cycle of producing more with less effort will happen. And I also think that that will cause less brain power. So that means less critical thinkers and people who are training AI models in their voice to submit work, to reply to messages, to create videos, to do podcasts, to check anything they are saying and make it sound better. So the original voice of humanity is, in my opinion, being lost. I became a believer in Jesus when I was around 14 years old after a series of events that happened that led up to that many years before. Some dreams that I had where I saw myself falling into this endless place. And I said, God, if you exist, please make yourself known to me. And I asked that same Jesus, would you take away these dreams and would you give me sleep that is peaceful? For a whole year, I had very restful sleep. I didn't remember if I had a nightmare or a dream. And I remembered that as a significant stepping stone. At that time, I also read the Chronicles of Narnia, or started them and found them enthralling. And a friend invited me to a youth group with my skateboard under arm. I went along there and one of the youth pastors was sharing about Jesus, and it matched up with how good of a listener he was. Preached about Jesus being God, and he died and rose again for us and has carried us into this new life that we get to live in him. Those were amazing times in my life, both the infusion of the theological influence of the Chronicles of Narnia and then later the other books that C.S. Lewis wrote, getting the New Testament for the first time and reading that, and then reading other portions of the entire scriptures of the Bible, and having fellowship with others who knew and loved Jesus. So what does this have to do with AI? Well, I remember how stressful school was at that time, and now we're adding on top of that a desire for efficiency. I think teachers will actually ask for more of students because they know that they'll be using AI to develop absolutely everything. So the original voice of authors and people is actually being dulled down. How will this be avoided? Pen and paper, or just typing something in without it being checked? For those who would say this is just an evolution of how things will move forward, I actually think it'll just be more time behind screens. It actually will be a more time-consuming, time-demanding as we seek for this goal of efficiency. My name is Jonathan McCallum. Let's have a conversation in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.